how to handle my husband who has another family. This question actually comes from one of you in the comment section. So I'm going to be explaining how to deal with this kind of circumstances. If you have a husband that has another family, or you are suspecting that your husband is keeping another family, how do you handle this? How do you communicate this? How do you solve this problem? How do you walk through and resolve this issue once and for all? That is what we're going to dwell on in this video. So the first thing I will encourage you, sister, for you to do is to actually remember yourself first. Take care of yourself. Pause for the moment. Pause right now for the moment and see how you can be able to make yourself happy, make yourself more valuable, make yourself to look more good, make yourself, most importantly, to be in good health, good shape, because you need to be healthy enough to be able to fight and win. If you don't take care of your health, if you don't take care of your mental stability, what I mean by that is, if you keep dwelling on worrying, desperation, struggling, you will lose this battle. But you need to actually be able to refill your energy, your strength, your power, so that you'll be able to think straight and be able to have a good strategy to work these things out. Okay, so what we're saying here is to prioritize your physical well-being, your spiritual well-being, and your mental well-being. Yes, you need to understand that this issue is actually caused by your husband and not by you. I know it's affecting your marriage, but don't let it be so overwhelming on your life, your own life, that you forget about that. You need to live your life even inside this marriage. You were you before you become a married woman. So you need to actually be able to live your life and live a fulfilled life while you are in the marriage. So take care of yourself first. I understand it might be so overwhelming. So you can seek advice from good people. I mean, people of God. You can discuss it with good friends who understand and who have the same mindset, who believe in family values. You need to actually take care of these things. And don't forget that you can also look for counselors, therapists, people that can support you and help you guide on how to navigate your husband keeping another family aside from yours. How do you deal with this? So moving on to how you can handle this, the next thing you need to do is for you to gather information. Okay, you need to have facts. You need to be able to know what you are saying, because most of this, he might deny it. He might say, no, I am not doing this. So you actually be able to have proof that he is actually keeping another family. So try to know the extent of your husband's involvement with the other family. Okay, how many are there? Does he have children with the other woman? Is he the one taking care of their finance? Is he the one taking care of all the obligations as a husband? Does that woman have another man? You need to gather as much data as you can. Yes, child of God, you need to know what you are facing, what you are up to. You need to know why these things are happening the way they are. Because without taking care of this information, without gathering this information, you might be battling a wrong battle, and you might not be able to know how to shoot the right arrow to scatter the enemy. The reason that you are gathering this information is that it's going to help you to make an informed decision. You are not just going to make your decision based on assumptions. It is going to help you not to accuse your husband wrongly, okay? Not to talk and act based on I hear say. It is a very wrong approach. So you need to have facts before you move into the next step. The next step now is for you to communicate with your husband. It is time to have an open and honest communication with your husband. Please make sure that you don't miss this step, okay? Take care of yourself first, take care of your emotions, then be factual. Gather the information, have all the data that is needed to make your point, to prove, be sure that this is what your husband is doing. And now we are on the step 3, which is for you to have this open and honest discussion with your husband. Please remember that you need to be calm. That is why you're taking care of your emotions first. You need to be calm while having this conversation. Calm, gentle, quiet, allow him to explain himself, allow him to say his own opinion, the reasons why these things is going on, what he has done, and try to understand why he is doing the things he is doing. This is going to help you to have a new light and probably to know what to do next. So you need to openly tell your husband your feelings and your concern, your boundaries, what are important to you. If he keeps this family, these are the things you can tolerate and these are the things you cannot. You have to establish these boundaries. You have to establish these facts. You have to establish these things that are important to you in order for you to be able to save yourself, save your children, and save the circumstances. Remember that you need to prepare for this difficult conversation. That's why I said take care of your emotions, because you need to be calm, as I said before, during this discussion. It's going to be a difficult one, okay? But you need to have this difficult conversation in order for you to solve this, in order for you to know where you stand, in order for you to know where you belong, in order for you to know where your children belong. You need to have this conversation, child of God, but make sure that you prepare for it. That is the point I want you to take note of. Step 4 is for you to consider options that are available for you. You can consider reconciliation. Like, am I going to be able to still stay in this marriage? I mean, am I going to be able to become the first wife or the second wife? Am I going to be able to be in a polygamous marriage? You need to consider this and establish if you are going to still be in the marriage, if you are certain that this is what has happened. And then what are your boundaries? What are important to you if you are still in the marriage? You can also consider separation option if you feel unsafe and if you feel unhappy. If you feel you cannot be able to handle sharing your husband with another woman, you can decide to have this moment for yourself to really be able to think things through. Separation moment helps you to actually be able to hold yourself, think, make good decisions for yourself in time like this. This could also be an option, though it is not the best option. You can also consider counseling, that is couple counseling. This can help you guys to work out these issues, to be able to come to a win-win solution so that both of you can be able to rebuild this marriage and be in peace and be in love and happiness as it's supposed to be. So, child of God, you need to understand that there's no problem that cannot be solved. Even this issue, with your willingness, with your belief, with your strength, with you standing on your feet to make sure that you find solution, you will be able to take back your marriage. Remember that if you are considering separation, you need to seek legal advice on this. It is important for you to consult an attorney, consult a lawyer to know the things that are required during separation. What should you do? Why should you be separated? What are the involvements, especially when it has to do with child support, the children's affair? You have to take note of this because there are a lot of things that you are going to pass through if you are considering that option, which is why I said it's not the best option for you because of your children. And the last and most important point to consider is you considering your God. Because God fights this kind of battle for us in a way that we don't understand. The Lord God tells you Hold your peace and see and know that I am God. Hold your peace and see what I will do for you. For even these Egyptians that you are seeing today, you will not see them no more. So what I'm saying is that God is the ultimate fighter. He can separate your husband from this woman or from this family he is trying to raise. God can scatter them. God can make them to not be able to live together in peace. God can make your husband to understand that that place that he is going is not his home. So you need to go back and rest on God. This is the best solution you can do because you cannot do anything on your own. This battle is not yours, but God. The Lord God said, release it for me. I will fight this battle for you. And remember, any battle that the Lord is fighting, you will come out victorious. But if you go to fight on your own, my sister, you might be making a lot of mistakes because you are fighting with your carnal understanding. But the Lord fighting for you will fight through the knowledge of knowing the end, even from the beginning. The Lord God has already seen what will happen, and that is why He's going to make sure that everything will work together for good to you that love Him, to you that trust in Him, to you that depend on Him. This is the time for you to prove to God that you believe in Him. So you have to go to God and submit these circumstances into your Father's hand and see what your Father will do for you, child of God. I understand that it is not easy. So I just want to encourage you for you to know that you are not alone, okay? You have God and you can also fellowship with godly people who will give you the support and guidance that you need this season. Also feel free to reach out to me if you are confused, if you don't know what to do at this moment, if you need a guidance on how to have this conversation, how to establish your boundaries, how to take care of what are important to you. Feel free to reach out to me. You are going to see my contact in the description of this video. The Lord is going to work things out. God will take the glory because you are going to see miraculous turnaround. Yes, because God is involved. The Lord will turn this thing around for you and you will come out victorious in Jesus Christ's name. Remember, if you have not yet subscribed, do so to join this lovely family because we focus on how to solve these marriage issues, send the enemy packing from your home, how to reconcile with your husband to be able to live and have a peaceful marriage, okay? How to come back from separation, come back from divorce, get your husband back. These are the kind of topic that we discuss here, restoration. And if you are interested to have your marriage restoration and to live and have a peaceful marriage, feel free to join this lovely community. You are welcome. And like this video, support your sister, share it to as many people that this video might help. And the Lord bless you for doing all this in Jesus Christ's name. You are blessed. See you in my next video.